Guys, welcome to another live stream, even though for most of you guys it's going to be a replay. So this is my great big petrol powered RC car. It's a Lossy, I forgot what it's called, DBXL 2.0 night petrol, or God knows, I don't know. Something like that. But anyway, last time we had it out, a grub screw kept falling out of in there, look. So we've got to try and get a grub screw in there. But a bigger problem is I picked it up and the whole thing underneath, I've wiped it now, it's just covered in oil and grease. I think it's fuel. I think it's leaking out here somehow. And it's a brand new car. I've only had it out once. Look, you can see it all in there, look. Look at it, it's swimming. So I've got no idea why it's doing that. But it's not good. So look at that. Oh, look, and the shocks feel like there's not much oil left in there. Anyway, we can have a look at that in a minute. We'll leave that there for now. Some of you guys can tell me if you know why it leaks. Maybe you guys have got one and yours leaked as well. Then maybe save me load of bother. But what we're going to do first is I've got these two little mini helicopters. So we've got this one here, which is the OMP Hobby M2. And I crashed it and broke it. So that's that one. And let me put that, bung that there. And then in this box here, I've got the M1 version, which is smaller. There we got the M1 version. Look at that, epic helis. This one here, I crashed it as well and also broke it. So we're going to fix those first. And up here, I've got my iPad, so we can get some comments on there as well. Get the volume down, otherwise you're going to hear me talking back at myself on there. Get that down, and then look at all those comments coming in. There we go. So I'm going to have a little read through there and have a little chat with some of you guys. So guys, let me know what you guys have been up to. What's been going on? What you're doing on this Friday evening. All right. Set you down somehow. I don't know yet, really. Set you down somehow how where you can see what's going on, I guess. So let's have a look at the mini one first, because that one's less broken. Can you see like that? Noah's RC in the house. How you doing? He says, how was the foul? I had a foul curry last night. And yeah, Governor wasn't too happy this morning. Called me into the office a few times. Right, so this one here, the M1, we broke this piece off on the frame. It's like an anti-rotation thingy, look. We're going to get onto the big petrol RC in a minute, guys. I just want to fix these two first. Have a little waffle with you lot, and then we'll have a look. Oh dear, Jack just crashed his X-Max and totally destroyed it. How did he totally destroy it? Ian crashed his full speed into a metal box, and it didn't break that bad. Alright, so we've got to get those off. I've got some spares here. They didn't have any official ones in stock, but they had a micro heli upgraded one. So we've got to get that on there. Hopefully we've got a little mini tools in here so we can work on it. Lewis in the house, how you doing? Minnie's boss. Right, so we've got a little wrench there. What other tools? We've got any other tools in there? We've got this thing here, which is some sort of a wrench. Is it for that? Nope, not for that. What else we got in here? Got a few little spares, and oh, here's another wrench. That one's a flathead. Alright, so we haven't actually got anything to take this off with. Never mind. We've got pliers. Ah. Oh, Decaya says his DBXL fuel leak too. Is a hole in the tank. Oh, well, mine's brand new. Could it really have a hole in there so far? Got Razzie in the house. What's going, Razzie? What's going on? Someone says, am I getting TRX4M? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Alright, so these need some kind of micro spanner. Look how small these are, man. Tiny. These get something that fits on there. So probably pliers, maybe. What have you guys been up to? What have you guys been doing? Petrol tank has a hole that is covered with silicone. Oh. Really? Whereabouts is the hole? Get that out of there. Should team up with a manufacturer and create a Talbot range RC. It is tempting. Maybe one day. Not at the minute though, I'm just a one-man band at the moment. There's only so much time you got as a one-man band. Kev, when are you going to send the XO1 to the moon? Oh, I don't know, I've got to do it soon. I know I keep saying soon, but you know, soon could mean tomorrow or could mean next year, couldn't it? So I don't know. I don't want to give you guys a set time, because then people say, oh, you lied, you promised you'll do it by that date, you promised, now you're not doing it. So I don't make promises. You know, I'll say soon. Soon could be anything then, can't it? Alright, so next, get this busted piece out of there. What holds it in? Oh, we've got to separate the frame slightly. Okay. Hey, Casper says first time catching it live. Howdy. Original RC10s available on eBay. Get your wallet out. I probably won't get one. I mean, it was never a dream RC of mine when I was younger, so nah. Any interest in building a proper drag racing car? What, a real one or an RC one? Real one. I don't know. I don't mind building something fast, but probably not dedicated for drag racing. Oh man, that doesn't want to come apart. What's going on with that? What is going on with this thing? Send all this RC to the moon. Yes, I want to do that soon. Alright. I've never worked on one of these, so I'm not really sure how much you got to take off to work on them. My son Brandon, and I love the channel. Hey, nice one, dude. Right, broken piece out. And the not so broken piece in. Get that in there. Get in there. Get in there, my son. Right, that's in like that. Boom. There we go, look. Now we've got that back in. It's all slotted in. That can all move like that. Lovely jubbly. Sweet. And put it back together again. I think it means RC drag car. No, probably. Maybe one day, I don't know. I mean, it's not really my sort of thing, really. But, you know, never say never. I didn't think crawling would be my thing, and then I got a crawler, and I started enjoying it. So, never say never. I know people say to me, should I get some RC diggers? And they don't really appeal to me, really. It's not really my sort of thing, but I probably will get some at some point. Just for a video, and who knows, might enjoy it, but I doubt it though. Cheeseburger says, how are your cats? Good. Playing with my UDR pinion and spur gear setup. Recommendation, says Stephen. Well, I run mine stock and I like it as it is. So What do you want out of it? Do you want more top speed? If you want more top speed, gear it up. Or do you want it to run cooler? In which case, gear it down. That depends what you want, really. But I like it as it is. I am happy how it is. When's the next video of the world's fastest RC car? Don't know. It's kind of winter coming on now. So, don't know. Probably next year. Maybe this year, I don't know, probably next year. I love your positivity, man. I'll try and be positive if I can. If something's negative, I'll try and get away from it. How is your Lambo doing? Oh, it needs an MOT. So I can't use it in a minute. I forgot to MOT it. So next we have a servo arm here, look. We might be able to screw that back in there, look. But if it's pulled out, the chances are the thread's gone. So only solution to that is to put a new arm on it. And luckily, we've got some new arms. And I think it even comes with new arms in the packet, look. Yeah, look, we've got new arms in there. So that's good. Good. Let's see what spares we actually get in here. I don't even know what spares we get. They give us a few spares. So we got the spare servo things, servo arms, and the rest of it is just spare screws really, which is handy. Because losing screws is a pain in the bottom. Do you still have the Lamborghini? Yes! You should have made the felony into your Lambos as cheeseburger. Well, I would have done if you could get a body for it, but you can't. DMAC is excited for the car show Nitro build. Yes, so am I. So am I. Right, so when we take these servo arms off, we've got to make sure that the horns go back on in the same way, otherwise it's going to fly wonky or something. So we should really centre the servos up with it plugged in, but if we put the servo arm central like that and then carefully try to get it off without moving it and then put a new one on, we might be good. Yeah, I think we'll be good. Right. So now we can use this little world's smallest Allen key. Sorry if you guys can't see. Turn you around so you can see. Can you see? So this one here is the one what it pulled out of. And inner hole we got to go with. Are you getting 4S armour? Yes, Creighton and the Outcast. Brian says, how's the monster truck doing? Yeah, all good. Not really done anything with it since the last show, other than a bit of TLC. And yeah, look in there, look, that's just spinning round. I mean, you probably could get away with it. Probably could get away with using that again, but we have got spare ones. So why risk it? Get a new one on there. With all these little screws, you've really got to be careful not to over tighten them. They'll strip off so easy. So I'm literally just going to just give it the tiniest little nippages. Ghostly says, how is your day? Yeah, not bad. Not bad. I've been sorting out a sponsorship video today. And now we've got to get this back on there without moving anything, without moving that servo. Right, we're on. We are on. Right, so let me get a battery. Where is the battery? The battery next door. Let me get a battery. And then we'll see if it's centred. Alright, let's take you next door. Then you can see the monster. I know you guys love seeing the monster. Ta-da! Right, battery. M2 battery is... oh, forgot about this one here. I was discharging it. So these batteries here, sometimes, if they only come with a one lead like this, they're almost impossible to discharge if you haven't got a special lead. So here, I made this parallel charging board for when you've got loads of these sort of batteries. You could just plug them all along like that, dunk, 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 and charge up the whole lot on one bank. I can't remember what model I made it for, one of the little mini helicopters a few years ago. But you can use it for charging even one battery. And storage charge as well. So that's for 2S batteries. I should really make one for little 3Ss as well. Do you know someone who can modify Kosho engine backplates? I don't know. Right, so radio on. Hopefully it's not going to just spin up and go mad. It could spin up and go mad. That can always happen. Right, and then that in there. That in there. Right. So now, what we should really do, I don't know what throttle hold is. Is it that one? Right, so let's put it in stunt mode, because really when you put this to centre stick when you're in stunt mode should be 0 pitch on the blades. So, and you can check that by folding these blades in, and when the tips meet, look, that is 0 pitch. So you want it when when you're going up, you want the blades to be tilted that way, look. And then this is how these things can fly upside down, because when you flip it upside down, you can then move that stick down and that moves the blade pitch the other way, so you've got to lift that way up. This is really an epic little heli. This has got to be the best mini helicopter that I've ever had. Absolutely epic. Alright, we'll give it a little hover in a minute, make sure it works. Always fun testing indoor with blades on. Haha, yes! Is this heli worth it as a beginner heli? Yes, because it's got 3G mode. And that means it will fly a little bit like a drone. So when you let go of the controls, it will kind of self-level. It won't let you tip it all the way over. So for learning, that's really good. I mean, if you've never flown at all, I would get on a simulator first and learn on there just to get the basic controls first. Alright. So I should really write on here what all the things do, so that I'll remember. Let's write on there what everything does, because I forget every time. Right, so this one's stunt mode. Got a white marker pen there. So this one here, that one here is throttle hold. This one here is stunt mode. Well, we go in. So that one they call it idle up. I guess because it puts it to idle up. And then this one here, I think makes it more lively. So, yes, so down is more lively. Oh, making a mess of the controller already. So this one's dual rates. That one's dual rate. So when you got it up here, it's a little bit softer. And then when you put it into this mode, it's going to be a lot more lively. So for indoors, probably better off on that one, unless we're going to start flipping it. And this one here is the 3G mode. So that way, I don't know what they call it, but so that way is 3G, and that one there is stunt. Right, there we go. Now we know what they all do. All right, let's give it a hover. Let's give it a little hover in this small proximity. Hopefully, we're not going to break it. Right, bung you there for a minute. I don't know where the best place is to bung you. Bung you there. Right, we'll bung you there. We'll bung you there. Right. Right. So we turn on helis. You always want all these switches all the way that way and that way when you first turn it on, and then we can give it a little bit of throttle. That should start making it spin up, and it is, yes. So at the moment that's in 3D mode. See, look, so it stays fairly level. Once you let go of that stick, You still got it's not like a drone where it locks in, it still wanders. But when you let go of that stick, it self-levels. So for learning, perfect. And then when you put it into stunt mode, now it will stay where you leave it. So you've got to fly it like a proper helicopter now. Ugh. Yeah, so quite lively in here. Right, there we go. So that one works again, and we're going to leave this one now because it works. I don't want to smash it up again. That was an easy fix, but oh guys, that was an amazing heli. If you have a look at my little video I've done on this channel, you'll see me flying it, doing a few stunts with it. Alright, put him away. And then we'll crack out the new one. Or not the new one, the M2, the bigger one. That's got a bit more damage on that one. Let's pack all this away so we don't get mixed up with stuff. XO1 to the moon for 2 million special. Well, I did say I'll do it at 1 million, so it is overdue. I will do it. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. It will happen. I know you guys keep reminding me. I've got to get on that, really. I've got to build a ramp. That's the biggest problem. And then when I build a ramp, I've got to keep it somewhere. And I'm out of space here. If I build a massive, great big ramp, where am I going to keep it? It's going to be all in the way. I mean, I was going to do it at Rossa, because Rob, RC man, he brought the big ramp with him because they said we can jump it there. So that was the plan, is take it down the runway and then jump it. But then they changed their mind and said I'm not allowed to do it. So, yeah. I mean, if any of our crew got a big ramp they can take with us. Noah goes, heli runaway could be deadly. The big one could be, yeah. Kev, is Mach 6 combo worth it? Yes, brilliant combo. Kev, where's the Rally Porsche? Rally Porsche is up there, look. Jojo says, Kev, you're the reason I bought the X-Max. Way, nice one, dude. Right, put him away. And then get a new one out. Any update on property, says Don. Well, not really. I mean, the woman that I was going to buy it off, just sort of messing around a bit, you know. She's not quite ready to sell it, and now my mortgage offer ran out, and now the interest rates are like flying up. So, high house prices plus high interest rates, bad time to buy. So, I think what I'm going to do is just hold tight for a couple of years, wait for all the prices to drop, and then hopefully have enough saved so I don't even need a mortgage, and just buy something if something comes up cheaper, with a bit more money saved. That's the plan. Or at least it'll be a more minimal mortgage. Right, that's that one fixed. So next... what, have you got any spares and tools for this one? Let's have a look. Yeah, we got main shafts and we got a few spares in here actually, so we might need some of those. A few little tools there. Right, cool. When you make more bids about the Porsche, I have no idea. Come find property in Lower Alabama. I'm in England at the minute, dude. I mean, I wouldn't mind buying a place in the States at some point. At the moment, there's tyrants there running the place, so... At the minute, I can't really get in there. Alright, so the blades are smashed. Let's get those off first. The boom's broken as well, was bent, but... I have ordered a new one and it hasn't come yet. What's damage for this one? Right, let me show you. damage with this one is the blade. Boom's got a bend in it, and I have bought a new boom. But I think for now we'll just straighten that out because the new boom hasn't come yet. So at least we can give it a little test hover. This one's bigger, so if this one crashes, it's even worse. So we got 2 broken servo arms. And a broken tail shaft. I think that's it. Yeah, alright, well we'll get that fixed and then we'll give that hover as well. And then we'll have a look at that lossy, see what's going on there with that leak. Oh, the shim's in there as well. Can't lose the shimmage. Put all that to the side. Right, that there. So how are we going to do this? I think we have to actually take the servo off of the frame to get in there. Yeah, because look, bit of an angle there, so it's going to be easier to get that servo off the frame. A couple of screws out of there. I don't want to drop that screw into the motor. Look, it's all exposed. Don goes, this is our first live stream watching. Hey, welcome, dude. Right, so now got to get that servo arm in the middle, same as the other one, and in here it does come with some spares, which is quite kind of them. So you get a few spares to get us going. So there we go. We got the spare servo arms. Hey, Chris said he purchased the eBay program. How you getting on with it, dude? Make sure you follow the 11 steps, and then make sure that you download that 11 thing cheat sheet and follow that to a T. Because when I see people saying it doesn't work, it's normally because I haven't followed that properly. I've missed, even if you miss one of them, you could struggle to make any sales. So make sure you do everything on that 11 thing cheat sheet. All of them. Every single one of them. Even if you think it's only a minor thing, you've got to do them all. Right, so get that one straight. Right, so that one off. New one on. Kevin, too much waffle. Well, that's what lives are, aren't they? They're just a waffle, dude. It's just me wrenching. I'll get to chat with some of you guys. And that's it. Andrew says, Kev, get a Sierra Cosworth. I used to have one. I used to have a 3-door Sierra Cosworth. I sold it for 7,000. I should have kept it, really, because now they're going for like 60,000. Chris says he's doing 2,000 a week so far. Nice one, dude. What, a week or a month? And how long have you been doing it for? Well, that's not bad. Especially if it's profit. Or is it just turnover? Alright. Get that in there. Put laminator wheels on the Mini Z. The Mini Z would fit inside a laminator wheel. Laminator worth it, someone says. Absolutely. when people say, oh, that RC is a waste of money, or this is a waste of money, I mean, if it puts a smile on your face and you're enjoying it, it's not a waste of money. You only live once. And if anything makes you enjoy your life that little bit more, then it's worth it. You know, the people that should actually give up the RC hobby are the ones that take it too serious. And you can just tell they're not enjoying it. They're just doing it for the hell of it. They're not enjoying it. They're having a go at other people, you know. And I think for those sort of people, it's just time to find another hobby, because they're literally paying money to do something that they're not enjoying doing. Alright, that on there. Laminator for sale near me for $2,250. You know, I would rather get a brand new one, unless you know what you're looking at and you're really getting a good deal. You know, I mean, if that's in like as new condition, it might be worth looking at it. But you know, the parts for the laminators, they're not too cheap, and sometimes you buy cheap, you buy twice. No, I'm not frozen here, Noah. Must be your computer. Must be your pewter. Must be your pooter, Noah. Alright, get that servo back in and then we'll do the other side. Chris says I'm waiting to get unlocked. Oh wow, so 2,000. When did Chris say 2,000? Oh, it must be in his first month then. So is that in, how long have you been doing it? A couple of grand in less than a month. That's not bad. That's a good start. I mean, we've got a, did you say on there how much? Oh, it's all freezing up on here. I mean, I can unlock it for you now if you want, dude, but you would just lose your right to a refund. So email me on the email address on the course if you want it unlocked. And then you can have access to all that lot now. But, you know, the only thing you lose is your right to a refund. Because, you know, in the past, I had people doing the whole entire course, copied it all, got all the info, and then they wanted a refund. So, oh no, I've just dropped that screw into the motor. And it's come out. Chris says 3 weeks so far. Wow. So a couple of grand in 3 weeks. That's not bad, dude. Not bad at all. So what you want to do, if you can, is all that money that you make, put all of it back into getting more stock, more inventory. So keep rolling it back in again. Keep getting new products. Make sure you follow those 11 things on each listing. And you should be good. You know, not all products are going to be a winner. But, you know, you keep chucking more products on there and you follow those 11 things, a lot of them are going to be big winners. And then overall, a lot of money to be made. I mean, my best year was on one eBay store, I think was 330 grand or 360 grand, something like that, for a year. And then, you know, that was sales. And then profit out of that was over 100 grand. But I had one dude in the course, I don't know how much he's making now, but at one point he was making 20 grand a week in sales. So that's the thing with it, you can scale it as far as you want. Oh, Chris says he doesn't want a refund. Thanks so much. All right, dude, well, email me. You've got my email address. If you email me on there, then I will unlock it for you. Because then you get that 11 things cheat sheet, and that really is one of the main golden pieces of the whole course. Right, so got that centered. And we pull that off. New one on. Do you remove bearing shields on your speedrun cars? No, I don't. I mean, I don't do anything to the bearings. I mean, I've just got stock armour bearings in mine. I'll just leave it. And that's what Raz does as well. I mean, you probably could, if you're really going for the best friction resistance or the least amount of friction, you could take the shields off, spray it all out, get all the oil out of there, and put like a really light bearing oil in there, like this stuff here. Replace it with that oil there, and then that's going to make them spin a bit nicer. And then if you leave the shields off, I mean, they might spin a tiny little bit nicer, but you're going to get dirt in there. So it depends how serious you are with it, doesn't it? But, you know, Raz has done like 198 mile an hour with stock Karma bearings, so that's good enough for him. It's good enough for me. Noah's off. Have a good weekend, dude. Get ready for another foul curry soon. Gamer Guy says, what is the best beginner RC car? Ooh, I don't know. I'd say for the money, probably the MT10 Associated Rival. I'd probably say for the money, that is the best bang for buck you're going to get. Thank you. You got me into the hobby of RCs, says RC Numbskull. Nice one, dude. I love hearing stuff like that. You know, it is a good hobby. You know, you can meet so many people. I've made so many friends in this hobby, you know. For the most part, everybody just wants to help themselves out. Help each other out and stuff. Brilliant hobby. What do you think about Greta? You know what I think about Greta. I don't need to say. Right, so that is at dawn. Now, this one crashed a little bit harder. So we might have bent the feathering shaft. The feathering shaft is a shaft that runs through here and it bolts the two blades together. And in crashes, they can bend. So one way of checking, and really what you should do, professional heli pilots, every crash they'll change it. Or at a minimum, they'll take it out and they'll roll it on a piece of glass. But, you know, for me, I'll just stick a wrench on there, I'll turn it. And then if you see that all wobbling, then you know it's bent. And let's see. That looks good to me. Main shaft can bend as well, and yeah, looks good to me. I mean, so that to me, I'm happy with that. I'll probably, well, I'm going to put that back together again and then fly it and hope for the best. And then if it vibrates, then I would start pulling out shafts and seeing if they're straight and replacing them. So if it was to shake, I would probably take out the main shaft first, check it for straightness, and then if it is straight, then I'll check the feathering shaft. I'll probably check them both actually. And then if it still vibrates, I'll just put a new shaft in. And if it still vibrates after that, then it could be anything. Right, blades back on, and we'll give him a hover. Oh, and tail blades. And I've got a new boom coming. I've got all the other parts I got for Midland helicopters, and they didn't have any booms, but I found some booms on eBay, so I bought the booms off of eBay, but they haven't come yet. Snip. What is the rules for buggy racing? It depends on your club, dude. The club I go to, I mean, there aren't any really. Just ideally 2-wheel drive, but you can bring a 4-wheel drive. Temp scale. So temp scale or smaller really. Really, it should be a 2-wheel drive buggy, you know, ideally. That's what everybody normally runs. But a couple of guys run 4-wheel drive there. I've taken a 4-wheel drive there before, but the trouble is if you win with a 4-wheel drive, why has that got play in there now? Oh, idiot. Idiot. Wrong blades. These are the blades for the M1 helicopter. We've got the M2 here. Idiot. Kev, what's the best starter race buggy? I don't know. I haven't got many. I've only got my Associated, really. But if you're going to start racing and you want to get a budget one, I would probably get a used racer from a decent racer. You know, don't get one from someone who's bashed the hell out of it. But if you go to your club and you know, like, you know, one of the top running, you know, anyone in the A final really, if they've got one of their old cars for sale, you're probably best off buying that, because then you should have a half decent setup on it. And this doesn't want to go in. Yes, it does. So that's probably what I would do if you first get into it. Just buy a car off of someone in the A final. Have you got any plans for Andy? I want to do something cool with Andy, but I don't fully know what yet. I've got a few ideas. I mean, maybe Portal axles and Cummins engine. Or big V8 engine and rock bouncer axles. What's the difference between infraction and felony? Yeah, same really. I mean, the main difference is you got bigger wheels on the back of the felony, so they've got a different diff in the rear to make up for that different size of wheel. That's the main difference, but it's the same really. I mean, I prefer the infraction. You know, then you can share the same wheels, front and rear. The wheels are a bit cheaper. I think it looks better, but obviously that's subjective. You get a handbrake module with the infraction. So if you're not sure, I would definitely go with the infraction. Unless you've got your heart set on the felony, then of course get the felony. That's what I would say. Where's the dirt cheap 10 mile an hour RC car? Samuel says. I think he means 100 mile an hour RC car. Well, I took it to Rosser, and the idea is to run it at Rosser and see what we can do with it. However, I never got a chance, so I didn't take it. So I'm sending it to my buddy Rob, RC Man, who lives in the Isle of Man, and he's got some of them little WL toys or XKs, whatever they are, and he's had some of them go over 100 mile an hour. Because the trouble is with my one, it keeps swapping ends. You get any speed, it just swaps end. So I'm going to send it to him. He can do a video with it. See if he can get it to go 100 mile an hour. The only rule that I've set on that challenge is that it can only be dirt cheap stuff. So no castle motors, nothing fancy. You just got to use cheap gear in it. See you later, Don. Right. I think, oh, we've got a rear tail rotor we've got to do. Now, when I first got this heli, I thought it flew really badly. But it was my fault because I put this blade on the wrong way round. So it had really poor tail authority, and I thought the heli was junk. But that was fully my fault, putting that rear tail rotor on the wrong way round. So that is the way that one is. And you want to have the concave part on the outside, and I'll put it on the inside. So yeah, my dumbassness. Does Redfin have a mini crawler club? No, but they do have a mini crawler course in the shop. So if you go in there, he'll probably let you have a go on it if you ask him nicely. You should get a 3D printer maybe. I have got one, but Vinny's got it in a minute. Right, so now we need to, I think we're good. I think we're good to go. This one's a bit more scary because as they get bigger, they hurt more if they hit you. This one, oh, this one would really sting badly. The other one would sting, but this one would really sting. I think it will definitely draw blood. Big Mick says, when am I racing with Tom Lee? Well, when he comes to the club. I'll go there most Fridays. So he's welcome anytime. Hey Kevin, are you a fan of Wallace and Gromit? Oh, I love it. I love a bit of Wallace and Gromit. That would slice skin for sure. Yeah, this one would. I don't think you'll cut your fingers off with it, but you'll definitely slice skin. Yeah, you wouldn't want to be hit by this one. That would be, yeah. The other one would sting, but this one would, oh yeah. No, you don't want to hit yourself with that one. Have you ever hit yourself with helicopter blades? I have with, I think a Blade 130 was the biggest I hit myself with. And but that was with like clothes on, so it wasn't too bad. On bare skin, probably MCPX. Even that stings. Right, let's go next door and find the battery for that one. Probably going to be in here. Could it be that? That's the E-Sheen one. I think that it'll probably fit though. Probably be alright just for testing. That's the E-Sheen one. Might be that one. Don't know though. That's another E-Sheen one. So the E-Sheen one's probably going to fit, or EA-Sheen, whatever you call it. That should go in. Oh, pardon me. How rude. Right, we're going to get onto that in a minute, guys. Don't worry. Ooh, what's that noise? Oh no! What's he doing? What? What's he doing? Okay, we can't test it because the battery's flat. Alright, I've got a battery for that, so what we will do, guys, I'll charge that up, and while I'm charging it, we're going to work on the bar thing, whatever it's called. So, hopefully I know where the thing is to charge it. No, I don't know where my charge lead is. I thought it was in there, but it isn't. No, can't charge it, guys. I don't know where my DX8 charger's gone. No, alright. Right, forget that. I can't fly that one because I can't charge the radio. I don't know where the thing is, people. I normally keep the charger in here, and it's not in there. And it's not plugged in. And it's not in this box of chargers. So can't do it. Sorry. It's not in there. Is it under the desk? Nope. Right. Not to worry. Let's move on to that one. So we'll have to tidy this little bit up first. Have a little tidy up on the bench, then we'll move it over. A lot of you guys always want me to buy a red cat. I mean, yeah, maybe I will one day. Alright, so these little blades are for this one. They can go in there. These are all M1 parts, so they can go in there if they fit. Does that fit? No. No. Right, that there. Dustbin. Dustbin. I do apologise for my not readiness. It was beeping because to see Kevin got scared. Yeah, probably. I have absolutely no idea where my charger's gone. I mean, I'm in the process of tidying up this workshop, so hopefully I'm going to find it. If not, I have to buy a new one, won't I? A lot of the time, if you spend too long looking for something, you might as well just buy a new one. You know, if you spend an hour looking for something that costs like $10, sometimes it's just cheaper to buy a new one. It's stressful looking for stuff, says Marlin. Yeah, it can be, yeah. I don't mind if it's just for 10 minutes, but... I mean, how long do you spend looking? I mean, it might be like a $10 part, and you're spending all day looking for it, and you might as well just buy a new one. But anyway, I've got my new boom coming anyway, so... There we go. He's good to fly again. He's nice! Right. Get the big boy over. What you all came for. Take this off because I don't want all the petrol or the gasoline leaking out all over it. More organised than me, and I've only got 5 RCs as chubby fat lurker. Oh, Luke says very impressed with Redfin models. Yes, epic shop. Epic shop. I recommend anyone to go down there. Really nice bunch of guys running it. Jason and his wife and his kids, all of them. Lovely bunch. Right. So, I mean, I don't know where, look how much has leaked out of it. It's just gone absolutely everywhere. The whole thing is absolutely covered. I mean, it's all greasy. I'm going to put gloves on. It stinks. I mean, I could smell it like for ages. Every time I went over there, I could just smell it. All the other RCs I've got, they don't really stink. But this one just stinks. So, I don't know what's going on. Should really empty all that fuel out if it's going to leak again. But anyway, let's get a grub screw in there first. So I've got some brand new grub screws. I hope these are going to fit. So, let's donkey down. Donkey down. Get some glovage on. Kevin, can you get Miss Gecko 36 RC boat? Well, maybe one day. Maybe. Michael, yes, I'm in the UK. The Lossie has a hole in the tank. Other YouTubers have the same problem. Oh. Right, well that explains it then. So I'm literally going to have to pour all that gasoline into another container. Damn. Damn. I'll just throw one in there. We could pour it in there. Bit of a small hole though. Damn it. It's going to go everywhere, isn't it? It's going to stink. Alright, let's get the grub screw in there first, which is going to be probably a pig to get to. Right. You can't really see what I'm doing, but I can waffle to you guys. Kev, who do you think will be the new PM? I don't know. I don't really care. I don't like to give too much thought about all that politics stuff because you can't change it. Nothing you can do about it. And all that energy that you put into it, you're best off putting that energy into things that you can change, that you've got some control over. I mean, when you look at people that talk a lot of politics, they're normally poor. They've normally got no money at all. They spend all their time worrying about what other people do. So, you know, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. But I've got big dreams and I haven't got time to think about all that stuff. What do you think about Lossy SBR 2.0? Which one's that? Super Baja Ray. Is that the big one? I keep forgetting what all these rays are and SBRs and everything. Is it the Super Baja Ray, the big one? Yeah, I love it. I love it. Get in. Yes, it's going in. Yes. Yes. Politics will be more important to you when they cancel your dreams. Well, dude, what can I do about it? You know, all I can really think about is what I can do is to make sure I've got no debts, make sure I've got no loans, make sure I own everything, spread your money out so they can't rob it out of one account. Try and become self-sufficient if you can, which is my goal when I get my land. I want to make my own energy, have my own wind turbine and my own solar power and battery banks, have some land so I can grow my own food. You know, that's stuff that you can do. But, you know, if you just spend your whole time just looking at the media and not actually doing anything about it, probably best off putting some of that energy into actually doing something about it. You know, when there's something really important going on, then people will tell you anyway, you know. There's no point reading the newspaper every day. If there's something really important, you'll find out anyway. Alright, so we've got drive again now, so now we have to find this leak in the fuel tank. That's really bad, you know, that could be a fire, couldn't it? That could actually be a fire. Yeah, that's bad. Alright, we're going to have to get the tank out. It looks like there's 2 screws there holding it in. And 1 there holding it in. And we'll get the air filter off so we can get to it easier. So we do that. Get the air filter off first. Dusty Fingers, politics is all theatre. They are not in control. Yeah, they're only a load of puppets, aren't they? I mean, whoever gets in, the same BS happens, doesn't it? And, you know, we've got no... If, you know, in my eyes, if someone's really interested in politics, then get involved. You know, get involved and get a job doing it. That's what I would say, but to just talk about it and with no, you know, with no change or anything, what's the point? Kev for Prime Minister, no way. Could not think of a worse job. That job must absolutely suck. Alright, that's off. Oh yeah, we've lost a gasket. Alright, I'm going to turn this round now because it's going to be easy to get to. Turn this round like that. And we're going to put you on this side. Right, that's easier. I'll get to it all now. It's boring convo. No one wants to hear about it. Yeah, absolutely right. It's boring. Bloody boring. I actually banned people from talking politics in here. They started like, nope, nope, not in here. You want to talk about all that nonsense and get out. Not interested. Kev would do a better job. I don't know about that. I wouldn't have a clue what to do. Wouldn't have a clue what to do. That's it, Matt. He says, come here to get away from politics. There you go. There you go. Do you prefer electric or petrol lossy DBXL? Well, for these bigger ones, the petrol's more fun, and petrols are normally quite reliable as well. But, you know, when there's all this mess going on with it, then, don't know. I mean, if it's reliable, then the petrol's more fun. Kev for president, no, no. You probably have to spend your life learning about all that sort of stuff as well, don't you? You've probably got to be really into it. Doesn't interest me. Couldn't think of anything more boring, really. Alright, see where this stupid thing's leaking from. Alright, here we are, we're out. Oh, look at all that mess. Where would the hole be? I can't see a hole. I don't think I can see a hole. Let's give it a little clean and we'll see. Take Monster Truck to skate park. That would be fun. If I can't see a leak, I think what I'm going to do is clean it all and then leave it like this overnight and then come back in the morning and see where the puddle is. Air pressure, put this in water. Fuel line perish, it's brand new. You planning on starting it? No, I'm not going to be doing much longer live. I'm going to probably be on for another 10 minutes or so. I just want to give this a little clean up, see where the leak's coming from. If we can't see where the leak's coming from, well, I don't know, what I mean, if I buy a brand new tank, is it still going to leak or what? My DBXR had problem with the petrol cap rubber splitting. I mean, I don't think it is the cap, because it must be coming out the bottom. It's got to be coming out the bottom somewhere, otherwise, you know, it would come out in use, but not while it's just sat there. This is all flooded out while it's been sat there. Exhaust could do with an extension, yes. We want a bit of side exit on that. Alright, well, if we look here, look, it looks like they've... Is that a hole there? It looks like they've glued it. Had like... Looked like it had like epoxy on there or something. Was that a hole? Oh, it is a hole! Oh, what? Lossy? Why? That is stupid. Why would they sell that? Oh, that is terrible. That is absolutely terrible. Why would they sell that? They put a little bit of silicone in there and it leaks. That is absolutely shocking. And now look, it's leaked fuel over the whole car. It's dripped down onto there and onto that. And that could be a fire hazard. And they're selling that. So they obviously knew it had a hole there. And they just put a bit of stuff in there. Lossy, that is absolutely shocking. You should be ashamed of yourself. That is not cool. You know, I get there's mistakes sometimes, the manufacturer defects, but that is a mistake that you obviously knew was there and you bodged it. That's not cool. Not cool at all. And now look, we're covered in petrol. That's awful. That is absolutely awful. So, I don't know, what can we do to block it, guys? Defected, surely. Well, yeah, that is defected. Try your welding skills, yeah. Factory bodge. Yes, that is a factory bodge. What do you guys suggest? Let me know in the comments what you guys suggest I do with it. Can you repair fuel tanks with epoxy or not? Does epoxy resin work? I mean, I have got epoxies. We could epoxy resin it. Get a new tank. Trouble is, if I buy a new tank, is it going to be the same? Part store has fuel tank epoxy. JB Weld maybe. Lossy, leaking out. Seriously, it's irritating. Yes, Sambo. Maybe solder it. Alright, let's show you guys. Let's show you. Look, there. I mean, it looked a bit suspicious because it looked like there was a bit of silicone on there. And I was like, well, that's a bit sus because I couldn't see any holes anywhere else. Everything else looked pretty good. And then a little bit came off and I was like, right. And then it's like, right, wrench has gone straight in there. That is absolutely terrible. Lossy need to be seriously disappointed with that. That is absolutely shocking. When any of you guys have got this car, definitely check that. Because that could be dangerous. You know, you could have that sitting in your house, it's all leaking. It's a fire hazard. I mean, I know you shouldn't really leave fuel in there, but people do. That is absolutely shocking. I can't believe I'm seeing this. Not from a company like Lossy that's supposed to be like a premium brand. That's awful. Absolutely awful. Bolt it up with a washer. Hole at bottom off the tank too, someone says. Is there another one like that? No, it doesn't look like it there. I mean, you can see that the tank's sort of made out of two halves. Look, you can see the line. So that's probably where they've glued it together. And then here they've made a mistake and just put a bit of glue in there. That's awful. I can't. I'm lost for words. Why would they do that? Why? Absolutely shocking. Right, we're going to get a few more questions. I'm going to leave that for now. I was going to give it a quick wipage, leave it overnight, and do a little bit of research of what the solution is. You know, maybe we can get some epoxy. Oh, fuel tank is injection moulded, line is part of the mould. Oh, okay. I'm not an expert. But anyway, why would they have a hole there? It's like they've drilled a... I don't know, maybe it is drilled, I don't know. I just don't... Why is it there? Why is the hole there? Gets tempted hot fluid, yeah. Sony says loves the channel. Hey, nice one, dude. They will send you a good tank. I've seen it on another channel. Oh, alright, cool. But the thing is if they send me another tank, you want one that hasn't got that on there. Give that a little cleanage and... Now my whole shop just stinks of petrol, gasoline. The hole in the tank is a feature, yeah. Probably a ventilation hole for another model, says Whiskey. Well, the thing is, if it's a ventilation hole, you should really have it at the top, not in the bottom. Rubber bungs for £3. Nah, I don't think that would work. It's really thick on the bottom and really thin there, so grommet wouldn't even work. Why? Why would they do that? Awful. Absolutely shocking. Right, well, I'm done with it for now anyway. I'm going to go home and get some food. We'll leave this here stinking away and have a little think about it in the morning. Not in the mood for carrying on with it now. We find out what the problem is though, so that'll do. Epoxy won't work long term as fuel will react with it. Yeah, that's the trouble, isn't it? The fuel does react with quite a lot of epoxies and things, so you need to know what's fuel safe. Would automotive grease work on plastic diff gears? I mean, I'll put it on mine and it works. Don't know if you really meant to. Screw and silicone. Yeah. Is silicone fuel proof? Probably, isn't it? What's your thoughts on the late Queen? Don't know her, so I haven't got any thoughts. Do you have any FTX? I don't think so. I've got fake FTX, you know, like Banggood equivalent. Check 5T fuel tank. Are they the same tank? Probably not, but maybe. Screw an RTV gasket maker. Oh, I've got RTV. Is RTV fuel safe? Duct tape. Duct tape's not going to work. Oh, silicone will dissolve, apparently. No. Plastic weld. I've never done plastic welding. But it's got fuel in there, so is that dodgy? RTV claims to be fuel safe, but I don't think it really is. Well, maybe I'll try some RTV and just put a screw in there with it, maybe. Give that a go, see what happens. And then drain the fuel out when I'm finished using it. You shouldn't really leave fuel in them anyway, really. It's just me being lazy. Melt the plastic together with a screwdriver. I don't know if you can. Some plastics don't melt that well. You know, there's, what is it, thermoset and thermopolymer, whatever they call them. Like some plastics you can remelt them, like hot glue plastic, and other plastics you can't. Once it's set, it's set. Shoe glue? Don't know. Screw an O-ring. I'll get a new tank, but I'll make sure the new one hasn't got that silly hole in it. Right, guys, I'm going to call it a day. Thanks for keeping me company while I've been wrenching away. And next live, no idea. I'll just do them when we kind of fancy it. So thanks for stepping by, guys. Thanks for all your comments. Sorry I can't get all the comments because look how many come through. We can't get all of them. But, you know, we try and get most of them. So we will see you guys very soon. Bye!